we're going to do another F1 career episode, mostly because we need to get through this first season. You know, we've been here for too long. Both of our ones are... Oh dear, we've got a load of...
Okay, mate, I know we
failures.
were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
So that's not good. Oh, that's Albon's. That's also Albon's. Or maybe it wasn't Albon's. So who's failed? Because apparently we will spend points to get these sorted. Apparently one of mine failed, but I've only seen those two. But I do have a lot of R&D parts, so I will just stick some into it. So anyway, this weekend we're off to Hungary. After, yesterday we did find a tiny bit of, we had a decent race at Silverstone. I do feel that a podium was possible should the whole incident with Max Verstappen not have happened. But unfortunately it did, so all we can really do now is move on. And when I say move on, I mean we are now going to go to Hungary, hopefully find a bit of form and consistency, because I'll tell you now, it has been missing recently. It's been missing since about, it's been missing since Imola. So, let's get into it.
Hello and welcome back, and as you can see, the paddock is a hive of activity behind us. More action though going on behind closed doors, because Anthony Davidson, we are in the middle of silly season. There is speculation everywhere as to where the drivers will move around the grid. Tell me from a driver's perspective, just how distracting is this?
It is a distraction, and it has been up until this point in the season, especially when you're outside of the car. But once that helmet goes on and the visor's down, it's back to business as usual, and that's when you see it all melt away. You're in the car doing what you do best. But yeah, certainly out of it, you sometimes see it boil over. Drivers have a few strong words to say to each other after some moments on track, because it is such a stressful environment.
A huge mind game for all of the drivers. We're having secretive meetings, clandestine chats. What is exactly being said, though? Give us a level of insight.
So if you're not performing, obviously, we're in a very brutal world in Formula One, where the driver's data is there on show for inside your team for all to see, and you're constantly being compared against your teammate. There's nowhere to hide. And if you're not performing, then your team boss might be looking elsewhere and might not be telling you the full story. So sometimes you seek news from elsewhere in the paddock, even from the media. They might be telling you what's really going on with inside your team, and that's very uncomfortable. And then on the flip side, if you're having a great season, you might be the one having secretive talks with other teams that are performing better than your own team.
Okay, well, we're nearly out of time, so I'm going to send you to the commentary box, and we're going to get ready for today's Grand Prix.
So a little cutscene there talking about driver moves, and well, as you know, we have now crossed the halfway point in the season. So it is correct that it's that speculation about next season will start. Where will certain drivers be? And at this point in the season, I'm unsure where I will be next season. We should also set goals. I keep forgetting to do that. So, wind tunnel. That is pretty simple, in my opinion. Oh, they are both possible. That more... is that more so? I will say that he's the guy that's just never here anyway, so it doesn't really matter about what he thinks about me. I don't know how many gear shifts I would be able to perform. I don't think it'd be 300. But, again, you never really know. What's hungry like for like corner cutting and stuff? I could get bummed by that, but we'll have to make do. That stare, for some reason, really scares me. Like the stare she gives you. So anyway, we'll get through this and get to qualifying. I might race multiple races today. I know I've not really done that much this week over the past like few episodes, but I do want to get a few races done. I want to get through this season basically. I might even start to race a couple off camera potentially. So we're not going to waste time in Q2 trying to get P2, sorry, to sort that out. My wire is behind my mic, I can hear it grinding on it. It's all going wrong for us. How have we spent a full like practice session and still not perfected one? That is so annoying. Sound right, now we'll move on to the tyre management one. If it gets to the point where I've got to go for just the resource points, I will go for just the resource points. Oh, we just don't have enough time to do that. But that one went a lot smoother than the racetrack one. Oh, fuck off. We're not going to get through all of the RS now, are we? Luckily, we can just get the resource points. So, if we don't get through it, we don't get through it. I do want to get hold of the engine power one, though. I do want to get hold of this, because we do not very often get engine ones. Dang it. We're not going to get the jury one, though. But we did get a new engine one, which we haven't got an engine one for quite a while. So that's good. But, unfortunately, we won't get the durability one, but that's fine. We'll live. We get one of those all the time. So, let's get into qualifying then. Ready for the main GP. We are it looks like we are going to get a bit of rain in the middle of qualifying. In fact, not at the start of qualifying, which will be interesting. Will we qualify on full wets, or will we just qualify normally with inters?
No pit stops, no strategy. It's all about
This
the
might be
pace
full
today.
wets.
Qualifying.
We might be qualifying on full wets. Yes, we are. It is a full wets condition for qualifying. Not something you want. Because A, they're very slow, and B, in the areas where you need to go fast, it might be a bit dangerous to go fast. However, we should be able to get something from this. Hopefully, anyway. So, move a sec. I need to readjust my seating position because I don't like. There we are. Right, let's do this. We're gonna have to use ERS because there will be no DRS. And I believe, didn't we choose we have to qualify higher than 13th? Feels like we're drifting the car around corners at this point, not even properly driving them. Charles Leclerc. 134.
Been pushed down to P17.
We're going to get a 135. But I don't see us topping that. I really don't see us topping that in the rain because you can't, realistically, unless you want to end up in the wall, I can't really push too hard. I really want to put the staff in the wall for what happened last week, but we won't do that because that is unfair. And we'll get grid penalties, and we can't get a grid penalties because we have a goal we actually have to get done.
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.
Inters? Inters are reportedly the best tyres at present. People are setting, I think, going to set times on Inters in a minute. I might try a time on Inters. I might try a time on Inters, see where that gets me. Apparently it's unsuitable time. Okay. If you say so. Piastri's on Inters. Right, we're gonna have an Inter. We're gonna have a run on Inters.
I take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
We're going to try a lap on Inters, see what that can do for us. The track looks like it has dried up a little bit in fairness. So hopefully we can get a good lap done on these Inters. we will
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
We may just have time to do one, if not two. We'll definitely have time for one, because that's easily done. But the question is, do we get time for two?
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
That was not because of the rain, that was because of the curve. The only issue is everyone else is going to set times on intros. So it's more, are they setting a faster time than you? That is a big concern for me. We've got purple 1 and 2 though. We've saved 4 sections off, and potentially we're going to get a purple sector 3 as well, as we cross the line, fastest lap, purple all 3 sectors. Do we have a turnaround in our form? Is that what's happening here? Do we have a turnaround of form?
Intermediate tyres are your...
Thank you, game, for shutting Mark up. We do get fastest. 5 tenths ahead of Verstappen. No shock exits in Q1. I do just check that, because, well, it so happened with George Russell in Austria. See what it throws out on this time. It's into again, but into a big but. I'm gonna ask Mark.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Wrong one.
Currently P11. Currently
They've changed the
P11.
bloody thing.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So, oh shit, spat me out on inters. Spat me out on inters in dry conditions. Why have they done that then? Ridiculous. I'm not bothering with the waiting around for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let them all go to the laps because it's full now. I'm going to put me soft tyres on. I'm going to wait for the track to clear. Right, we're going to go out now and set ourselves a lap. It does me better in fairness, because everyone's off track. So I do get...
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
How have we been pushed anywhere if we've not set a lap yet? Honestly, Mark. As it stands, Lewis Hamilton is going out, same with Oscar Piastri. That's interesting. I love driving this car on slicks after you drive it on wet tyres. It just feels so nice. Like, it feels like it's got more agility to it. Like the car can actually do more. What fastest again? Ocon in the Alpine of all cars in third. Everyone's gone back out to set new laps. So any shocks? Any stinkers? Any stinkers? Oh my goodness. Both McLarens and George Russell in the Mercedes out in Q2. At the expense. Carlos Sainz close to being out as well, by the way. But that's at the expense of Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, and myself. And Lance Stroll as well. You may as well throw him into that ring as well. That is absolutely insane. So Q3. Here we go again. We'll cross the line. Third fastest. I'm happy wherever I am, because I have completed the goal of 13 or better. I'm happy wherever I get to. I have ended up as far down as 6th, but again, not bothered. Really not bothered where I start.
With qualifying complete,
And we
all
will
that
be set.
remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us there.
So here we go, Hungary. As we are now drawing, Lance Stroll has dropped in overall. Lance Stroll has decreased. Well, I never. Can't believe it. So. We are off to the Hungary Ring for race day. Let's get into it. Let's try find the consistency we've been looking for a while. Get back on track, get some points on the board, but most importantly bring the car home in one piece and hopefully not have to retire. One more retirement, by the way, that's not due to my driving. I'm done. I'm out of Williams at the end of the season. Still toying with my mind, but that's besides the point. Let's get to the track. Let's get a win. Still not turn the music up. Complained about that yesterday. Let's get to it.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of Formula One action. Historically, a good race for first-time victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the very first time right here. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Perez, Hamilton, Dynamo, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Gasly, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Ricciardo, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, and Zhou Guanyu. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
All right, this is Mark. Can you hear me okay? We're further back than we hoped, I know, but we can still get a good result from here.
You said we're further back than we hoped. Why are we further back? I don't know. Anyway, we'll head into this. We'll go on the normal strategy. For some reason, this is not working. There we go. Right. So, it was mentioned, obviously, this is a good place for first wins. Well, let's hope it's a good place for me then. Honestly though, I would still take a first podium over a first win if it comes down to it. Obviously I want the win, but a first podium would also be nice. But we've got a race ahead of us before we can even think about that. 5 red lights, away we go. We instantly get a couple of places forward and we look to push up to the likes of the front 3 into the first corner. We a bit late on the brakes there, but we're up to P4, chasing down Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. As we've already got a bit of damage, we've already used the first flashback. Perez now looking to fight back for the P4 that we took off him, but we'll defend him. We'll fend him off for now and head into try and catch up to Fernando Alonso here. Try and keep up with him. We've got a little gap between ourselves and Perez, but also a little gap between ourselves and Fernando here. We head into the main straight now. We'll open up our DRS.
Okay, DRS
Heading to lap 2. DRS is now enabled as well.
The car ahead and in the DRS zone.
As Sainz and Alonso fighting, that could do us a favour in terms of catching up here. So watch the Ferrari and the Aston Martin fight each other. I get a bit too mesmerised and rear end one of them. As they look like they backed in, Alonso looked like he was going to back out of it, but then didn't, and as a result we end up having to fight our way off it, and realistically there's a bit of using an evasive manoeuvre there. Otherwise we could have had a bit of contact there with the Spaniard. But we do continue to look to try and close up to Carlos Sainz, and we are going to get DRS into the straight. I believe Carlos will also end up getting DRS though, because he's close enough to Fernando Alonso. Here we're going to the straight though. Can we catch Carlos going into turn 1? We can, and we are going to take it off of him and look to pull away straight away here.
Good job.
And head to chase Fernando Alonso now, as we look to hopefully bring something home today, something big. the looks of almost a sprint by grass a little bit here. We're going to try and get a bit of catching done with our ERS. Try and get into the detection zone within a second of him. That is really important that we can do that. We don't, however, get that done. So now we're going to have to open up ERS on the main straight. But I do not think Carlos Sainz did.
So we're leading our teammate by 4.1
either.
seconds.
However, Sergio Perez will, and he's fighting Carlos behind, as you can see. He's on the mini-map.
Okay, we have a problem with ERS. We have a problem with the ERS.
Not again. Not again. Are you actually having a fucking laugh? We have a problem with ERS. Are you joking? What's going on, Mark? Mark, talk to me. What's going on, man? For the first time ever, Mark, I actually want you to tell me what the fuck's going on. Because realistically, this could mean a lot in terms of our future. This could genuinely mean a lot in terms of our future. We are slow as fuck right now. We might be in a bit of trouble here. We might be in trouble. He's not even talking to me. He won't even talk to me. Carlos Sainz overtakes, but we will snatch that straight back off him. But, well, is there any point in trying to snatch it back off him because the car might be in the mud here. ERS is not looking like it's charging very well. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it was just taking a second. Mark's not talking to us.
P3, you're currently in P3. Alonso ahead. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. The distance to the leader, 5.5 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. All right, 31 laps to go now.
No, he talks to me. He won't talk to me about the vehicle. So the ERS problem we're having, well, Mark doesn't care about telling me anything to do with it. And, well, for now we just focus. And then when we have any
gap to the car ahead, 4.3 seconds.
Currently still fighting Carlos Sainz off.
Okay, mate, engine's running very, very hot. Engine's running hot. Let's try and keep it cooler.
Why is it running hot? Because it is literally not even hot right now. Also, when the MFD came up then, I got really scared that we just had an engine failure and that my race was done. Oh, I forget it's a double DRS on there. I was like, why is Perez catching me so easily? But it's a double DRS on there, isn't it?
Okay, gap to the car in front, 5.3 seconds.
Mark shut up on a few that talk to me about fucking condition the vehicle then. He's not. He doesn't want anything to do with knowing about how the vehicle's doing. Tires any second as far as up to me. All about which way he goes to the left, but we're going to
try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
There's a little bit of movement around that corner there. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I might start to play a little bit in my spare time off stream. I won't stream it because I won't have enough time to do that, realistically.
Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though.
Wasn't even hard, eh? I'm not even sure the engine was overheating in the first place. Front left always seems to have problems in terms of tyre left. It's always front left that has the problem. It's never the other one. Only ever seems to be front left. Like I get, there's a lot of turning on that's going to obviously drag on the front left, but I mean, the front right doesn't even come close.
Okay, gap ahead, 7.8 seconds.
There appears to be no catching up Verstappen and Alonso this year. That's become a very, very big thing this year. Or at least in the first half of the season anyway. Well, there has been obviously one or two occasions where, you know, Max had issues and Fernando's had issues, but other than that...
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
I don't care about the grip levels, Mark. Fucking hell. You know why Perez is braking so early? Yeah, for the first time in quite some time, we might actually make it to our pit window and actually pit at the time where I'm normally meant to be pitting. And I'm ahead of Alex, so there's that as well. Well, I am at the moment. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because there's a very ego Checo behind us. And with eagerness comes causing drivers to have other drivers to have absolute mares.
And gap to the car in front, 9.6 seconds.
Perez went for the move there. I think he grinded along the side of my car with his front wing maybe. Or, well, with something, alright.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Checo's had a problem. Something has happened behind, because Checo has now fallen behind the Ferraris, and the Ferraris are closing up a little bit, but they are a second behind. So something has happened to Checo. I'm not quite sure what, but it'll be interesting to know if he has an engine problem. Maybe his tyres are causing him problems. Maybe he just locked up on a corner. But what I do know is Checo is falling pretty far behind all of a sudden. In fact, he's even made a bit of a gap between himself and the two Scuderia Ferraris there. As well, the racetrack seems to be opening up a little bit. Two laps till box. Carlos Sainz will now look to challenge us. We're going to give him the room to try and push, and then we will slam the door on him heading into the first turn here. Well, we'll just put a tyre into the dirt there, not what we wanted to do, but we'll be fine. I think my DRS flaps still open. I think we've had that same problem we had last time. It also doesn't look like it's open, so maybe it's not. Or is that it? I don't know. Maybe it's stayed open. I don't have a clue. But anyway, we are coming in this lap, so we'll see if anything happens.
Push now,
There.
we're boxing this lap.
Carlos Sainz looks to make the move on me. We'll let it happen again and then absolutely breeze past him into turn 1. Again, we're going very wide with our turns at the moment. I know it's sort of in a way slammed the door shut, but...
Okay, mate, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
we will push. I also now have an itch on my arm and it's absolutely terrible timing. I'm going to have to pause. I'm sorry. I am really sorry. It was just so bad I could genuinely feel my arm like tingling. Come on. Charge.
Great stuff, mate.
Brilliant.
You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this
Put it
race,
back
though,
up
so keep
now.
your head down.
Come in, so does Charles Leclerc. Perez has stayed out. Come on, lads, be quick, lads, please.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic
Bosh,
stop.
we will
Faster
be out
than we were
before.
expecting.
We will be out before Leclerc. We will be out before Leclerc.
Look
That's
after
important.
these tyres now and want to finish the race on this compound.
We might also get a couple of seconds on him if we're quick. If we're quick, we might get about a second on him. We will get 2 seconds on him. But we do have to push. We do have to push him quickly. And we also have to push to try and catch the other cars ahead, as they will make their pits next lap. Alex is going in. You can see them all going in. We have to be quick to try and catch up and hopefully get into the... hopefully beat them all out.
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
People are now leaving.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 10.9 seconds.
But we're still going to breeze past them. Alonso and Verstappen might be miles ahead, but it's back up to P3. Back up to P3. There will be no catching the other two though, which is unfortunate, but at the same time we haven't lost our podium place. Oh dear, that was a bad little bit of bumpiness there, but we are fine. We will live. Verstappen sets the fastest lap, 120. Potentially just taking a chance to take it off him. So close, that has got to be practically equal to Verstappen's lap. Bit of a wide one there. Yeah, I'm past the fact that Verstappen and Alonso have gone all that there. And basically now you're relying on them. You're relying on Alonso.
Dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Why does he do this, man? Honestly. But yeah, we're looking at hoping that the likes of, you know, that Alonso can catch up to Verstappen and maybe cause him some problems and, well, crash with each other. Otherwise, yeah, P3 will be the highest we will be able to settle for. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves because we do still have the likes of Leclerc, the likes of Hamilton behind. You know, hungry teammates next season. I don't know if it's coded into the game that they both go, that Hamilton's actually going there next season on this, but we all know that's happening. But right now they're fighting on track, and that fighting could be doing me a favour though, because they have dropped back to over 3 seconds behind.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 12.1 seconds.
Can't really do much about that, Mark, if I'm brutally honest. Dave's dead, he's gone. I'd more be worried about the gap behind than anything, defending this first ever podium. That is more my mindset right now than catching the other two. Like I said at the start, the win would be nice, but let's face it, I'm racing Max Verstappen. And well, in a way, you know, how this first season has gone, Fernando Alonso as well. Green flag behind. There's a yellow flag. Someone is out, I think.
Green flag.
Esteban Ocon is out for the second race in a row. It's not going well for the Alpine. Hamilton and Leclerc's times have now dropped back down, which is not what I like to see. Not a good thing. Again, apologies, I don't really talk much. I do tend to just need to concentrate. Ocon, there he is. What a guy. I've slayed him quite a lot because of our clashes that we've had in previous games and early on in this season. But, you know what? Can't take the guy.
Gap to your teammate behind, 11.8 seconds. You've lost some time to the car behind.
Shut up, Mark. Him talking makes me want to just throw this race sometimes.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
The fact I was literally just sat there waiting for that to come because I knew it was going to happen. But yeah, the gap is still closing between myself, Hamilton and Leclerc. I'm not liking the look of it. The last thing I want is to lose this third place finish. But Lewis Hamilton is going quicker than me at the moment. And that is not what I want to be seeing, if I'm being quite honest with you. In fact, no, it's quite the opposite of what I want to be seeing. I do not want to finish lower than third. If I finish lower than third, I might cry. I might curl up in a ball and cry. Lewis, would you like to make me cry?
Great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
It doesn't really. I've been setting that type of lap time for the whole race. I'm not helping my cause if I keep mounting that curve going round.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 15.2 seconds.
Ten laps remaining.
Behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Okay, Hamilton is now starting to drop backwards. Yes. Okay, maybe he's starting to get a bit of wear in his tyres, which is good. There's also a fight going on between the two of them for that fourth place. Hamilton comes out on top again, no bad looks of things, but Sainz isn't giving it up very easily. And in fact, Hamilton defending from Sainz has given us a bit of extra free track. To work with. Counting down the laps, just hoping we can hold on.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 15.0 seconds.
Extra minute. They're going to be within a second of me. Lewis Hamilton is now within a second of me. How the fuck have I let that happen then? We were 5 seconds ahead of him at one point. Now we are in a bit of trouble. But what gives me hope is I managed to fight Sainz off for as long as I did. But it just scares me. If he gets DRS on this straight, will he pass me before the finish line? Let's hope we don't have to find that out.
So we're leading our teammate by 12.2 seconds. Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
We haven't, Mark. Shut up. I've given him a couple of love taps on his way through and scared him off a little bit into the turn one. Why do I keep saying the turn one? Like, I know it's the only one at the circuit, but like, come on. The turn one does not sound good as turn one. Anyway, lap 35 to go. Come on. Let's hold it together, lads.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
I don't think we're going to get much dirty air from the car that's 17 seconds ahead of us, Mark. Don't worry about it, lad. Oh, we've had a little air going into that turn there. How was I didn't know it. Want a little lock up into the corner, so sort of.
Okay, Okay, gap to the car in front, 17.6 seconds.
Slam the honkers on there in front of us, in front of Hamilton's brake checking, so to speak, doing that. Bit of a back off sign.
Gap to your teammate behind, 0.1 seconds.
I don't think it is that small of a gap, though, if I'm true. Hamilton close on our heels.
Okay, clear.
Green flag there, something's going on behind. As Lance Stroll is out. Lance Stroll, our racing rival, is out, and we are going to get a massive boost of racing from this, surely, as well. Should we hold on for the next 2 laps now, basically. As soon as we round this corner, it's practically 2 laps remaining. Can we hold on? I hope we can. We'd better be able to.
Okay, gap ahead, 18.9 seconds.
Hamilton's gone. So is Carlos Sainz. We're going to have to make an absolute dive bomb into turn 1. We're going to make a bit of contact with Hamilton, push him wide. That was a scary situation there. However, I was correcting my chat real quick because I've fallen behind on it.
Caution, caution.
Lance Stroll is off ahead. They can't race me. I can pull away. I can pull away in this yellow zone, hopefully. Leclerc's overtaken Hamilton. We're now into green flag territory. Here we go, final lap. Final lap, we're going to hold off Charles Leclerc. We're going to hold off Lewis Hamilton. Got on the big straight there. They're now going to have a little scrap behind. As we start to get a bit of a pull away from them. What a massive, massive result this could be for me. We wanted it last week at Silverstone. We got it foiled by Max Verstappen when he spun me out. He will win this week, but that doesn't matter to me. That does not even come close to mastering to me. Charles Leclerc looking to be the party pooper. We've had to wait for it. We've had some very good finishes this season. We've won a sprint race, but nothing will ever feel as sweet as getting a podium. It's our first. We will get the bronze trophy.
Really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Our first ever podium. What a day it's been. Somehow I don't get driver. The fangirls are on Lando again. I'll give it to him, I do like him. But
He takes victory.
what a day it is, not just for me, but for Williams.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
So, we've done it.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
We have done it. Albon also got into the points. 16 total even for the weekend. That's amazing. And even better, we're beating Oscar Piastri in the championship now. We're beating our rating rival. We are up to 80. I've not been told that yet. I don't know that yet. But look at this. Look at all this that we're gaining right here. That takes us up to the 80 overall. And we are now number one. We're the number one driver. And even better, we made everyone happy this weekend.
That engine issue was unfortunate. We should consider investing more in chassis upgrades and swapping out engine components when they're on the last legs to reduce the chances of this cropping up in future races.
Apologies for that. I have just had to go and do something for my parents. But engine issues. Got some extra R&D for the engine issue we had. That, well, in my opinion, didn't actually affect us in the end. But we have another secret meeting. Who is it going to be this time? Last time it was Aston Martin. We turned them down. Our bad form started after we turned them down. Who is it this time? It's Visa Cash App RB. I know these are the little backup team to Red Bull, but I think if I'm going to go to these, I may as well stay at Williams. I don't want to go place. I don't want to be the one playing second fiddle to Red Bull. I don't want to be in the car that plays second fiddle to him.
Hey, me again. Been chatting with some of the team higher-ups, and they're delighted with the loyalty you're showing to the team and the project. Now's a good time to ask for a bonus, or a boat, or whatever it is you people get up to out of the car.
Yes, I did reject them, but not because I want to be loyal to the team at all. It's because I want a better team to come in. Do they have a better or worse car? They literally only just have a better car than us. But if all our R&D goes to plan, we will have the better car next season by the time those have come through. So we're on the up. We're gonna be just underneath the. We're not going to be. In fact, no. We might actually overtake Aston Martin. We might top the midfield car. Sort of table, but for now, which is really like, makes me think, because if you look at that, you look at the car and all the progress and stuff. Aston Martin have not been developing very well recently, but Fernando Alonso has been getting some pretty good results recently as well. So it makes you question, what's his recent results been? He has been very consistent. You know, he's been in the top 5 6 times. You know, he's a top 5 driver. He's actually not been doing as well as I think it's on my other driver. Not my driver, my team crew. He's actually doing very well in. I might be confusing that. But I mean, no. Yeah, look at that, 52 recognition. We are the favourite now. We are the number 1. We've also gotten to our target now. So,
Okay, all the new parts have been fabricated and we're going to have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
have they? I didn't get told these were all coming through. Yeah, they haven't come through. What are you on about, Mark? Anyway, let's go to Spa and try and continue this form. This will be I'm only going to do 2 races today. This will be the final race of the day. But let's see what form we can do. I will probably do a quick race tomorrow. It's going to be a rainy day at Spa. Oh, I love the sound of that. I do love the sound of a rainy day at Spa. We do have some more powers that we can get a hold of. I know I said I was holding off, but power upgrades are needed. So I think we've got the worst power unit in the... Have I reached my maximum development? No, I don't. I haven't. We actually have the best power unit, apparently. Our power is apparently the best. Aero could do with a big boost, though, so we will put a little boost on that. Other than that, we'll select our goals and we'll get into it. Drive 95 miles during a race weekend. How long is Spa? Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can just do that. That's stuff happening. I love going up the hill with the RS open up. That is so fun. But yeah, I'm probably not going to complete the race practice program in the way she wants me to, because she wants me to do it actually on track, but I'm just going to simulate it. Not very nice to her, am I? Anyway, we are going to get some more power unit. Are you serious? Sound. Okay, right. We'll end this one. Then we'll go into it again. We've got 2 more sessions. This is where I found out this is actually a sprint round. It isn't. It's not. I know it's not. It is a very wet weekend at Spa, though. We are getting a lot of power upgrades this weekend. I think we've run out of other upgrades to get, basically. Oh, give her a fucking rest. Apologies, got him barged in on. But anyway, let's just get through. More power systems. You love to see it. You love to see all the power unit upgrades coming through right now. You love to see it. Right, all I'm saying is to these 2, that's how you do it. Yeah. Right, qualifying in the wet again. Bloody hell. Let's hope it's as fun to drive up the hills it was in the last game. Because I found an absolute, outrageous strat just flowing up with BRS up that hill. I don't think it's really outrageous as a strat, but... it feels outrageous. So, let's get into it. Let's get into it. How many laps? There's only 22 laps in Spa, but in fairness, it is a long track. But it's also, in some ways, a pretty fast track.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
I can guarantee, because they've actually made amendments to Spa this year. I'm gonna go on the wrong part of the track, aren't I? Can guarantee it. I was just setting my chat back up because I've lost it. I turned it off when I went downstairs. So I'll just get it back real quick. But yeah, what a time to be alive. 3rd place finish. In our first race of the day. Did I just say first? I meant 3rd. Oh, Spa looks so different. I think this bit isn't actually different, it just looks really different. And I can't put my finger on the why. This actually fully looks different. It's not even like it's... That me going to the gravel there is popping that out. But, here we go. Oh, it's so fun doing that. I love doing that. That's probably my favourite part about Spa. Carlos Sainz sets the fastest lap. Sets the standard, but we all know who will be setting a standard in a minute. And I'm not even going to say lock up, I'm just going to say I took my finger off the brake and actually admit to my own wrongdoing for once. Why does Spa look so different here? Like, you know, there's the obvious bits that have changed, but then even the bits that haven't changed don't look the same at the moment. Even this doesn't look the same. We're going to run out of the point, aren't we? We've literally just run out of the point just like that. The bus stop.
We've dropped to P17. P17.
Fastest lap. I was about to go for I thought we were racing for a second. I was about to go for my second lap, but the fastest lap has been set. We have now set the standard. But do you know who hasn't set his lap yet? well, most of the grid actually haven't set a lap yet. And you do just know for a fact this young man is going, well, not really young anymore. Yep, straight to the top. Same with the Red Bulls go straight to the top. But third place, I will happily sit back and relax and take third. That posture is awful, fucking hell. So, just your average people going out in Q1, but we'll see if anyone goes out in Q2 after having a major shocker. So here we go. Back out from there. This is the first time I've ever started a lap without ERS enabled. This is just this is a ridiculous track, like the speed you can get up to on this track, like the amount of straight track there is unbelievable. Like even the bits that aren't really straight are just straight flooring zones. Like you just take the end of the race, the end of the lap, for example, where like it's not a straight zone, but it's just straight out flooring. This bit, yeah, it's not just straight, but it's just straight out flooring. It is the most ridiculous race on the calendar, and you can't convince me otherwise. But I absolutely love it here. Like if I had a choice of a track I would keep in F1 forever, this would be the track I keep in F1 forever.
And we've dropped to P12.
Fastest lap. Booyah. Look at him checker. Oh no, I thought I saw it. Oh, checker has set a lap. I wasn't seeing things. So, that's that going for us then. Just set out the remainder of Q2, sorry. And we'll have a look at the lap times. Fastest. And well, who you expect to go out goes out. Verstappen a 10th behind on that lap. However, you do see him getting P1. You don't see it not happening, do you? Let's face it. I don't know what's done that. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, the rain has started to fall. Can we get a lap on soft before it gets wet? That's the next question. No, we can't. Realistically, do I have time to go for a lap, go in, get onto Inters, come back out? That is the question. I don't think that was a track. I think that was just me braking way too late. This might not be safe, but it's worth it for the fastest lap. It's worth it to try and get the fastest lap. And I always have a second lap if I need it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the fastest lap. But it's worth trying. It's always worth trying. Yeah, it's not happening. We're going back to garage. It was worth an attempt.
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
Shut up, Mark. I know what I'm doing. You sent me out on Inters in the first place. We wouldn't be in this situation. We'd get right in fact when I went out, the track was pretty right. No DRS to give us extra bit of speed into this first corner this time. It doesn't feel as fun in the rain. It's not like a zippy track in it. Nothing. It's never really a, zippy tracks like Spa do not feel nice when it's raining because you can't just zip. Because these tyres feel fucking up. The fucking grip on these tyres makes me feel so bad. Like, I get it's safety and all that, but come on. It even felt better to drive on a fucking soft than this weather. Like, even when I was like spinning out all over again, still felt better than driving on empty. That's what these are. There's just certain things out your hand. Like, I saw a pole on a dry track. I saw a pole. Like, pole could happen on a dry track.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
He's done it again. Fernando Alonso, P1. Well, I never. He's doing bits in that Aston Martin. Crazy. So it's on to the race then, around Spa. Can we pull something else off this time? I hope we can. Something I'm going to quickly check is, I should have checked this before qualifying, because if anything's wrong, I really can't do much. Although this is a track where I don't mind. That is the ICE at 41 already. What race was it again? I think it was Barca where I took a... No, it was Austria where I took an engine penalty. We've done 2 races since. You know, we've done... well, alright, we had the sprint race at Austria, but... He said 41! Are you having a giggle? We've literally got 1 more engine. And this is already at 41 after 2 races. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... more than 15 races this season left. Ridiculous. But anyway, we'll deal with that when we have a big problem. Where do I take that penalty? Where do I take that engine penalty of having to buy and get new ones for? I might take it. One race I'm definitely doing off camera is Azerbaijan, because I'll just embarrass myself like Monaco. I know I'm not going to do well in that, so I might take it there, the EP. I might take the EP there, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps is a 4.35-mile tour of the Ardennes countryside, with 9 rights and 10 lefts, giving us a grand total of 19 corners. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in the conditions, we're not going to be seeing anything like that today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Dynamo, Russell, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Sainz, Albon, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Ocon, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, and Zhou Guanyu. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me here...
So we are up to P4. Sainz took a penalty, whatever for, but full wets. As was mentioned there by Crofty, we won't be seeing much pace today. Full wet conditions at Spa. Oh, I love the rain on the... I love how realistic the rain looks on the car. It looks beautiful. Anyway, that's enough of that. This is going to be a very interesting day. I can see a safety car at minimum today. I can actually see a safety car already. But for that to happen, we've got to be racing. So we'll go to 5, red, light, and away we go for the Belgian GP. As instantly turn 1 fighting for second. We're going to get up ahead of Max Verstappen, just about. He's going to make a bit of contact with us because he's an aggressive bastard like that. But as Christian Horner says, if you're going to fight Max Verstappen, you've got to be ready for that to happen. And we're promising I didn't know it. Well, look at this, like... It is so fucking wet. That's what she said. God, we're practically swimming as we lose the back end. We saw that coming from a mile off. I saw that coming a mile off. Can I save it? If I can save it, I'll save it. If I get out the dirt quick, I can save it. No, I can't. I'm going to go again. But this time in a dangerous place, so if we've caused a bit of damage, there's a VSC. 10-second penalty for a silver. Yep, okay. We'll recover it instead. We'll recover it. Okay. Sound, we've recovered. We just about make the recovery. That was like such a manoeuvre I had to make there with the bloody joystick of the control. I've been able to save it a lot easier with a wheel, trust me, but well, all of that, 2 minutes a lap. It's 2 minutes a lap. Basically, because of how long, because of it being wet, it's 2 minutes to lap. Let's open the ice up the hill. Got to have the one bit of fun I always have. Let's start. Yeah, we'll keep trying to close the gap up on Fernando Alonso. Speaking of which, the gap opened up between myself and Max Verstappen. But that is interesting. Is that to do with the rain? Can the Red Bull not take the rain? Is he struggling in these full wet conditions? Fernando's still harvesting. Fernando is harvesting. He's going to set a fastest lap. But we're going to take it straight off him.
New fastest lap of the race.
As we start to maybe try and challenge him a little bit here for the race lead. ERS open up the hill.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Copy that, Mark. It almost feels like Fernando Alonso is going to be mine before we know it. Before too long, we tried to make a move there. It wasn't quite going to happen. We'll open up the RS on the straight, we'll go into the gravel, we're not having that. I know it's not too big of a fuck up, but you know, I don't think an actual F1 driver ends up in the gravel there. Then we'll open up the RS now instead. As we head up into the bus stop, can we get him on the bus at the bus stop? We're gonna go for the move, and we've got it! We've got it! We've got him! We've got Fernando Alonso at the bus stop.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now.
If full wets remain the fastest tyre, we've taken the lead from Fernando Alonso. And now we look to get away from him. We'll keep getting updates from Mark about this weather condition now. It is pretty wet still, but apparently the rain is also easing off.
Okay, mate, we need to save some ERS, so let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up.
I haven't got time to do that. I've got 4 laps to do it, though, in fairness, so we don't have to do it just yet.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work.
Sound. I didn't even mean to hit the target just yet, but oh well. We did a good job. But now we're going to utilise this energy into the straight, hopefully. And
I definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question the track's drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
Potentially get a bit of a distance between myself and Fernando Alonso. We're going for it. We're going for a bit of distance. I'm going to keep my eye on it because
Full wet seemed like the best tyre for now.
are we going to dry up soon? That is the question. That is a really big question I have right now. Will we dry up soon enough for inters? And potentially even slicks. I don't think we'll get to slicks, but I definitely see inters coming soon. I potentially see our in-lap being onto inters actually, not onto full wet. Which is an interesting one to think about maybe. We'll keep our eye on the situation like I said.
Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now.
I think we're into it now.
It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
He just said, not sure at the moment. So, we'll ask him towards the end of this lap.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
So inters and wets have similar pace. So, I think it might be time. I'm going to set this up onto an inter. Momentarily. There we go. Right, we'll set up onto inters. When we get to the straight, or the curvy floor, right? Going down here.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
Well, on the straight again as well. It might be a case of one more lap. It may end up being a case of just one more lap.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
I see cars going in, I'm going to go in a bit of something. This doesn't open my overtake on that straight, which is a definitely.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 17.4 seconds.
I think it is into now. I think we're getting into territory.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
I'm not boxing until after it's confirmed. Because I'm not trying to just leave and making a stupid mistake. See, there's certain parts of the track where I'm like, yeah, definitely inters. But then we get to parts of the track where I'm like, maybe still full wet. Like this bit here is looking a bit more full wet, but this bit here is looking a bit more inters. Like here. We'll have to on the straight again.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
With nothing similar pace, I'm waiting for people to start pitting.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Fernando was not the fastest lap.
Rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
It's beginning to sound like a broken record, but I do need to keep checking. Because the problem is, it's drying, but because it's raining, it's also getting wet in places still as well. So, in the places where it's drying, it's then getting wet by the rain when it comes down. But again, you know where we'll ask for the second time.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
Serious Mark? Right then, he kills right then.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
Still similar pace. Fernando just keeps passing the back in as fast as that.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
There's a car out. I just saw yellow open up. I think there's going to be a car out. Either that or there was an incident on track.
The circuit's definitely looking better than it was a few minutes ago. If we could just move a bit more of that astounding water, we might be able to go on to the intermediates.
So he just said that we might be able to.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
But we're still in a similar pace situation.
Gap to your teammate behind, 21.3 seconds.
Do you think that he could be in about 10? Like, genuinely how slow the other cars are compared. Like, I don't know what's going on, but we are going very quick right now. I don't know if it's because I'm very quick around car in general, or if it's because they're just very slow in the wet weather conditions.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Inters are now the fastest.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
We are going in then for Inters. It's time for Inters. If anyone agrees. Everyone else has stayed out.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
Massive gamble. This might be the biggest gamble I've ever made.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
This was my in-lap anyway, so other people will be pitting as well.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Even better, we're still in the point. Move, yeah, not got time for you right now, lad.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
I think I've made the right choice. That might just be the Alpine being very slow, but I might have made the right choice. We'll close up to Lance. What have you got, lad? What have you got, Lance? He's got absolutely nothing. We'll bump him out the way. Hamilton up next.
Good job. Nice overtake.
This could be a massive gamble paying off. I just hope that Fernando Fox's first. Look how slow they are on the wet compared to the Inters. We'll breeze past Hamilton, he nearly turns into me. We'll catch up to Oscar. We won't overtake him, but we'll definitely catch him. I'm going to let cars go in. No one else is going in. The only one in currently is Fernando Alonso. But other than that, no one else has gone in. Do they not realise what's just happened? Do they not realise that I have the pace on them?
ERS is low, ERS is low. Consider changing mode on your MFD or lift a little with gentle braking into corners to recharge it.
So much faster than these cars. We'll take Perez. Charles Leclerc will come to you as well. If we don't get the tyres, that is. Charles Leclerc, easy pickings.
No need to worry about the tyre
Charles
conditions
Leclerc
now.
then
Everything's
spins
looking
us out, the twat, what a wanker. Yeah, like I said, we'll take old mate Charles Leclerc, get him out of the way. George Russell, Max Verstappen up next. They might start to fight each other, that could do us a favour. What is going on with these tyres? They seem to not like me turning. Always a problem I've had on Inters, they don't like turning. Always been a problem I've had on Inters. Lando Norris continues again.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Inters are the faster tyre and everyone is staying out, for the most part, on full wet. What is going on? What are they doing? Have they not seen what I've just done?
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.6 seconds. Okay, mate, our fuel usage rate is higher than we need it to be, so please let's try and back off a little bit and make it last.
Fuck off. If I'm pushing for a lead of a fucking race, I'm going to push for the lead of a race. I am not going to conserve fuel right now. You can get lost. Honestly, Mark, what the fuck? Go away. I am going against team orders. Simple as. I'm not bothering with that. You can get lost. I'm chasing little Lando Norris. I've seen that clip way too much recently. But the question is, am I all too much for little Lando Norris on these Inters? He's gonna continue on full wet. What is he doing? Is he okay?
Good job.
So many cars are continuing on full wet when I'm setting fastest laps on Inters, when I've literally gone from P10 to P1 in the space of 2 laps. And the only reason I didn't do it in the first lap is because the traffic congestion meant I couldn't be too aggressive with it.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
I'm also happy we're on right tyres at the moment. I'm keeping up with little Lando Norris. Well, I'm catching him anyway. And little Lando Norris, mate, I'm afraid I am all too much for you. And I'm afraid, sir, I'm going to be taking this race lead from you. No, I'm not. I'm going to be spun out by you instead. I clipped your rear tyre by mistake. But yeah, little Lando, I'm taking this race lead from you, whether it happens now, in 5 minutes, in 5 years. It was all too much for little Lando Norris. So maybe now,
Nice move. Keep
you'll
going.
potentially realise it might be time to box for Inters, young man.
Okay, some information on
Oscar
Piastri.
Piastri's
Okay, they're
out.
out of this race.
On top of that, little Lando's continuing on full wet. I don't quite believe my eyes. Well, realistically, he's just handing me this win now. Lando Norris might just have handed me the race win for free by not boxing. By not boxing, these cars are surely just handing me a race win. Unless they know something I don't know, and if they do, that's just AI. That's just literally AI scripting.
Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Yeah, Inters are literally the fastest tyre. We are being told that Inters are the fastest tyre, but they're staying out on full wet. Yes, the track is very wet still. Yes, we're going to get nowhere near drive, but Lando, mate, you've passed the pit that 6 times. Still cars staying out on the full wet. I don't honestly understand their game plan right now. In Inter's conditions, you're staying out on full wet. Genuinely do not understand why you're doing that. We are, in some areas we could genuinely make an argument. We could be close to getting onto drive, and they're still on full wet.
Inters look like the best tyre for now. tyre condition still looking good.
These things do. Genuinely know for a fact that they're supposed to do.
Radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race.
Do we get far enough? Do we have? Does this race last long enough to see enough time? They pit now. They've all pit now. Now there's a dry patch on the way. Now there's a very, very slim chance we end up on dry tyres. They pit the fucking into. Are you joking? Oh, that is funny. And now I have literally got clear track in front, 20-second gap behind. Ladies and gentlemen, surely podium in the last race weekend. Surely our first race win. The sprint one at Shanghai doesn't count. The first race win of the year comes at Spa. Surely now. It always seems to be here. It just has to be here once again.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well. Okay, I think we're still in the right tyres for the time being.
Didn't even use the arrows up my little front straight for the first time in for the first time like ever, really. Oh, piss off Charles Leclerc, you wanker. Nicking me bloody fastest lap white, you little snowy boy. Magnussen is out. Kev Mag. I'm going to check on the web.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes.
You think it's 10 minutes
look like the
before
best
that?
tyre for now.
Oh yeah, Kev Mag right there. That yellow should have come a lot sooner.
Green flag.
Because the yellow literally comes right where he stopped. This isn't the greatest. Look how far back Alonso is. Like, it's going to be another brilliant day for him as well. Don't get me wrong. You know, F1's favourite rookie will just about pull off another decent result in the Aston Martin. As it stands, Max Verstappen will not get a top 5, let alone a top. Never mind on the podium. Unless he can pull something big out in the final lap or two that he has. But the rain does leave shock results. That's a definite. One being right here. As we enter the final lap in just a moment's time. Here we go. We crossed the line. We are now on the final lap.
Lap of the race. Final lap.
Yes, I know, Mark. I've been saying that. There's only one thing for it. For the final time today, we'll open up the LRS, up the hill, past the grandstand. Lando nicks the fastest lap. The fastest lap doesn't matter to me. What matters is something even bigger than the fastest lap. It's 1 point. It's 1 point that I'm not gonna get. I'm getting 25 more. What a day it has been. It looked a bit bleak. We saw the weather. Qualifying on wet, not the funnest, but an absolute masterstroke move from myself, pitting onto the Inters almost 10 laps before anyone else did. Almost half a race longer than everyone else. We've been on the Inters. It was a bold call at the time, but it was a call that is surely going to pay off as we enter the straight. We have had such a torrid time lately. The past few streams have been awful. Terrible time at Imola, terrible time at Monaco, not the greatest time in Canada. We had a podium stolen from us at our home GP after being spun out by Verstappen, but we get our first podium last week, and this week we are going to cross the line to get our first ever F1 victory.
Just want to say thanks to all the haters. This one's for you.
Ah, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
What a moment. What a moment. Driver of the day, so deserved. A Williams, who'd have thought, has
Many
won.
doubted whether they could pull off the win here at Spa-Francorchamps, but they've done so in spectacular style.
To witness such mastery of these conditions, these changeable conditions that we saw today, is very impressive indeed. So a huge congratulations to this driver for taking victory today.
Oh, here they are now. I always love seeing the independent teams do well, and Williams have a long and storied history with F1. So I'm delighted to see them once again on the top step of the podium.
What a day. Celebrations, Norris and Alonso up on the podium with me. It had to be Spa. It just had to be. Every single year I've played F1, my first win has come right here.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
I expected a lot more drama, if I'm honest, in the wet conditions, but it didn't happen. But I don't care. It does not affect me in any way. It's the race win at Spa. Was it ever in doubt? Maybe for me it was. I've also just won the rivalry against Oscar. I've just won the rivalry against Lance Stroll as well. Up to the 81 overall that I wanted to be at. We are getting so much more recognition now from our team. Wait. Apparently I didn't perfect the race strategy program, so you know what? Stuff it up yours, woman. That sounded very sexist. I apologise for that. That was not meant in a sexist way at all. That was totally meant in a just give over. There's no way. I promise. I want another secret meeting now. I want someone to be after us. We are going to hit the season break. I'm going to see if anything happens over the season break.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
We do now have a very fast car as well. So let's skip through. We're now through. There is no secret meeting. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. But the big names were up like a round right now in the championship. Oscar Piastri, Carlos Sainz, sandwiched between those two. What a time. But anyway, that is where we are going to leave today, I do believe. Unless we get a random secret meeting, which we don't. I'm probably going to do... Zandvoort. I don't want to skip over Monza off a stream, but I'm going to do it. I want to get through this season. Zandvoort, Monza, Azerbaijan, potentially Singapore. Then we'll come back next week, do Texas, Mexico. If we get 4 streams done, 3 or 4 streams done next week, we'll get through Texas and Mexico, then Brazil, Vegas, and Qatar, Abu Dhabi. But until then, that's it for me this week. I'll see you next week. This time I mean it. I know I said it yesterday, but I had extra time on my hands today. So this week has been an absolute turnaround in our form, in our look. We started at Barcelona. Yes, okay, wasn't the greatest, but it was a steady. It was sort of a stabilising, steady race. Austria, bummed by the fact the DRS broke. We had to, realistically speaking, I don't do a lot of realistic stuff in this, so I thought I'd make it a tad bit realistic there and say, well, if I was actually in that car driving it, I think a lot of F1 drivers as well, driving their car, if they kept having that fault, they'd just say retire. So I just retired. That wasn't my fault, that was the racer's fault. Not the racer's fault, the car's fault. Then at Silverstone, we had such a good qualifying, such a good start. Max Verstappen completely ruined that for us, sent us flying. In my opinion, our first podium was stolen from us at our home GP. But then we went to Hungary, we went to Budapest, the Hungaroring. What a day. Our first podium in F1. But we weren't done there. Spa. It had to be Spa. It was wet. It looked bleak. Qualifying, I did great in the first 2. Q3, in the rain, it wasn't looking good. Full wet qualifying. Out in 5th. I would qualify 5th. An engine penalty, or whatever his penalty was for Carlos Sainz. We ended up in 4th. By the end of lap 1, by the end of lap 2, we were in 1st place. And from then, we held it out. We fell behind at one point because we ended up boxing from full wets onto inters. It was a gamble. We took the gamble. But it was a gamble that pays off. We would end up finishing, I think it was 23 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso in 2nd, who was actually the only other driver to box onto inters early on. Everyone else stayed out. What a terrible decision that was. We came out as winners, our first ever F1 win. But we are nowhere near, not even close to being finished there. Thanks for watching this week. It has been absolutely phenomenal. Our form, our consistency of getting points every week might well be back. See you all next week. Thank you for watching. And as always, peace.